On December 29th, at approximately 2:49, Lincoln police officers were involved in a shooting that resulted in injuries to one person and two officers. Lincoln police officers responded to the 3200 block of South 48th Street on the report of a disturbance involving a man with a knife at 2:25 that morning. During the incident, Officer Kyle Russell, 25 years old and a 2-year veteran of the Lincoln Police Department, sustained a stab wound to the upper right chest beyond the coverage of his ballistic vest. He was released from the hospital on Sunday, December 30th. Officer Josh Atkinson, 36 years old, sustained a gunshot wound to the leg. He had surgery on Saturday, December 30th, and remains hospitalized recovering from his injuries. Officer Atkinson has served the city of Lincoln for more than 10 years. Christopher Brennauer, 43 years old, sustained gunshot wounds to the shoulder. He remains hospitalized in critical but stable condition. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office and the Lincoln Police Department have a previously established agreement into officer-involved shootings. I requested the assistance from Sheriff Wagner early Saturday morning. The Sheriff's Office is leading the investigation into the shooting. A separate internal investigation is being conducted by the Lincoln Police Department to ensure the use of control used in this incident is in accordance with our general orders and training. I want to extend a thanks to all the members of the community for their support to Officer Russell and to Officer Atkinson throughout this incident. With that, I'll turn it over to Sheriff Wagner.
Just real briefly, as Chief Blymeister said, some time ago, the Sheriff's Office and the Police Department established an officer-involved shooting protocol based upon best practices from a nationwide perspective on training that we've all received. That protocol was put into place Saturday morning. Because of LPD's involvement in the shooting, the Sheriff's Office is handling the investigation. LPD will conduct their own investigation, obviously internally, to ensure policy was followed. On Saturday, we processed the scene on South 48th Street, and the involved officers have been interviewed early this morning. Preliminary information indicates Officer Kyle Russell was stabbed by Brennauer during a struggle in the apartment. He discharged his weapon, striking Brennauer and Officer Joshua Atkinson. Russell's weapon was the only firearm discharged. Officer Atkinson and Brennauer are recovering from their wounds at Bryan West, and the investigation is continuing. Yes, sir.
Was the shot that hit Atkinson like a ricochet, or?
I don't know that information yet.
Do you know how many shots were fired?
I'm not prepared to disclose that yet.
How old was Atkinson?
He's 36.
Could you please spell the names of the officers?
Well, we will get that.
I'll
We'll
get
write
that
it on
for
the
you.
board. I'll write it on the board right after.
Sheriff or Chief, the preceding call, the man threatening with a knife, was there anyone injured? Was the guy just by himself, or what was, can you speak to what was going on prior to the interaction?
Well, there was a disturbance involving several people at the apartment, and that's really about all I can say about that right now. So he wasn't alone, and reports of that knife did come out to dispatch during that call.
And there was a woman that was also injured in
I don't-
sometime during the...
What we can say for sure right now is that there's 3 people that were inside of the apartment, including Christopher Brennauer, and then we had 5 responding officers, and 2 of those have been identified as Kyle Russell and Josh Atkinson.
The shooting took place inside the apartment or out?
Yes, inside.
Yeah, inside.
Do we have an update on the condition of the man who stabbed the officer?
Critical but stable, remains hospitalized.
Is this the only officer-involved shooting in the police department in all of 2018?
Yes,
Where officers from the department fired their service weapon?
yes, that's correct.